Residents living without heating or hot water in a Grade 2 listed building in central London face the possibility of living like that over Christmas and into the new year. The Brunswick Centre in Bloomsbury is home to hundreds of people, including elderly and disabled residents. Well, Camden Council, who are responsible for it, say they're working to fix the problem. Here's Aisha Baksh.
John Mahoney has lived on this estate in central London for over 30 years. But right now, with no heating or hot water in his flat, his health is suffering.
Well, it's affecting my health very bad because my breathing goes when I get really bad, you know, because one of my lungs isn't that good. That's why I have to keep warm at all times. And when this happens, I cannot breathe, I'm wheezing. So I have to go to the hospital now today.
John is one of many pensioners living here in sheltered accommodation, and he's concerned about his neighbours.
There's a woman right across from me, she's 93 years of age. I just after meeting her there in the shopping, and she's really cold, really. And then there's a lot of old people living both in blocks. And there's people older than me, there's people in wheelchairs, everything. I don't know how they're managing, you know.
Foundling and O'Donnell Court, set on the Brunswick Shopping Centre, are a mixture of social and private housing. The Grade 2 listed buildings in Bloomsbury are often praised for their modernist architecture, but residents say keeping warm in winter has been a problem for years. Patrick Gale is a former chair of the Tenants Residents Association.
You have 400 properties, all having to use a shared boiler system. And it has to be maintained, it has to be nurtured. We know things go wrong, but this goes wrong far too regularly.
Well, we contacted Camden Council. They say they're working to get the problem fixed as soon as possible, and they'll be putting in temporary boilers next week. Camden Council said they will visit vulnerable tenants and can provide heaters and alternative accommodation. People living here hope short and long-term solutions can be found this winter. Aisha Baksh, BBC London.
NHS London has been trying to make flu vaccinations more accessible this week using mobile vans and pop-ups in hostels, shopping centres and day centres. It's part of a wider attempt to target eligible Londoners, particularly rough sleepers who may be vulnerable over the winter period.
We know it's a pretty bad flu this year. We know that from seeing that in Australia and other places. So we really want to protect people. And the aim through this week as well is also to protect the most vulnerable.
Debate about last week's budget continues, and there's disappointment among those who are hoping the government would reverse the freeze on the local housing allowance. The benefit helps those who need it to live in some of the cheapest rental properties in their area. But the allowance has been frozen for years, even though rents have soared. Well, the government says it's tackling the impact of rising rents, but anti-poverty campaigners say as a result of the freeze, more people will suffer.
We're seeing a kind of increased risk of homelessness and increased numbers of families becoming homeless as a result of this freeze. This is a real major driver of the temporary accommodation crisis. That some evidence has shown that when the government in 2023 unfroze local housing allowance, that led to a reduction in the numbers of people becoming homeless.
Well, as you may have heard a few minutes ago, ahead of today's match against Liverpool, tributes were paid to the former West Ham captain and manager who's died at the age of 79. Yeah, this was Billy Bonds, who made more club appearances than even West Ham legend Bobby Moore. During his 799 appearances, he lifted the FA Cup twice for the club before becoming manager in 1990. The East Stand at the London Stadium is also named the Billy Bonds Stand in his honour. Well, 5 London football stadiums have been put forward in Britain's bid to host the 2035 Women's World Cup. Chelsea, the Emirates, Selhurst Park, Tottenham Hotspur and of course Wembley stadiums are on the list. If chosen, Wembley is likely to host the final.
Hello again. Now the main stories in London. Police have released images of people they want to trace after a fight at Norwood Junction railway station. The incident happened back in September on platforms 4 and 5. Officers say the individuals pictured may have information that could assist their investigation. Police are appealing to find a 79-year-old man who is missing from Barnet. Anthony was reported missing from Barnet General Hospital at around 7 o'clock yesterday evening. He was wearing black jeans and a black jacket. He has links to Hampstead Heath and Finchley. West End performer Travis Kerry is attempting an ultra-marathon with a difference. He's aiming to do it on all fours. Kerry plans to bear crawl more than 50 kilometres around central London in under 29 hours. And he's doing it all for a great cause, as Callum Fairhurst reports.
I'm Travis Kerry and I'm going to be bear crawling 50 kilometres around London to raise awareness for men's mental health. Let's go.
Yep, you heard that right. An ultra marathon on all fours. For a man that's never run more than 10 kilometres on 2 feet, this isn't going to be easy.
People are walking past like, this guy is out of his mind. Like, the kind of looks you get are ridiculous, but you kind of just become numb to it. When I'm crawling forward, I'm thinking put one step in front of the other. But I think that's a metaphor for life, you know. If you can just keep taking one step after the other and just keep on pushing forward, you will start from A, you will get to B, and you'll get to where you kind of want to go.
Travis is an actor in the West End, and between performances, he's been training on the treadmill, much to the bemusement of onlookers and his mates.
I'll be in the gym with him, he'll be on the treadmill, and people are just like, is this guy crawling? Is it? And he's crawling. He's crawling for hours.
I'm very excited for him. He's trained for so long, but I am nervous because this is a crazy thing to be doing. Like, a whole marathon on all fours is beyond me.
He's the boy's going to be on all fours for like what, 2 days, like bear crawling through all of London. It's insane. So I'm just so excited to see him do that.
Accompanying Travis throughout the 30-hour challenge is his mum, who's driving the support vehicle.
In my whole acting career, I've struggled with men's mental health quite a lot. I've struggled with mental health issues through a lot of reasons from, you know, when I was little, my dad left. It was just my mum, so I had to step up to be that father figure for most of my life. And I took, you know, a lot of my inspiration is through my mum. She gave me the fight, and I think throughout my acting career, I've taken that fight forward, and I feel like this is the time for me to put a message out that men don't have to fight this alone.
Travis is hoping to raise £10,000 to support mental health charities and is expected to finish at Hyde Park tomorrow lunchtime. So if you see him, give him a cheer. Callum Fairhurst, ITV News.
Rather him than me. Now, from this weekend, passengers can get into the festive spirit at Euston Station as the Polar Express train ride returns. The magical, immersive journey brings the much-loved Christmas story to life with festive performances, sweet treats and a special visit from Santa, all just moments from Euston Concourse.